After nearly 30 years, Bungie has just announced a Marathon remake. Marathon 2 came out the year I was born. This trailer is... I've already seen it, I'm going to be honest. I'm just watching it again a second time. My first time was watching Ubernick react to it. And it doesn't fill me with that much nostalgia and that much, like, you know, hype. Basically what they've done is they're using the Marathon branding and the Marathon name just for marketing purposes. The game is an extraction shooter, probably using Marathon style assets and characters and things like that, with a few references here and there. It doesn't seem like the game is that far into development either. Either that or it was and it was scrapped in favor of becoming an extraction shooter by publisher request. In other words, Sony, because that's what's hype right now. Extraction shooters are apparently the new wave, so everybody is being encouraged to do it. I myself and my development team have been encouraged to change our video game into an extraction shooter more than 1 year into development. So yeah, that's why I'm a bit like meh about this, because I know what probably happened here is that Bungie started working on a Marathon remake that was quite faithful, and Sony stepped in and said, hey, these other extraction games are doing really well, maybe we should make one. And Marathon got pulled into that, unfortunately. Which is why it's just a cinematic trailer with like 7, 8 different scenes that are animated and no gameplay, because they probably don't have any gameplay to show. And if they did, it would just be block out levels and things. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say on it really. That's the honest truth. I probably can't mention the company that told me this. I'm not sure. But we spoke to a publisher, a pretty well-known and a pretty... How do I word it? Basically, they've made a lot of money, publisher, hundreds of millions last year alone. And they were like, extraction shooters are the new wave. If you guys want to make money, you should definitely do extraction shooters. So when I see them now, I'm just kind of like, okay, it's just chasing money. And this heavily feels like a company that has slapped nostalgic branding onto something to get hype from the older audience, and then make it an extraction shooter because that's the new wave with the younger audience, and mash those two together to try and have some success. Now, I'm not saying the game won't be good. I'm not saying it won't be polished. I'm not saying I won't play it. But I'm just telling you, it's not Marathon. It's an extraction shooter with Marathon branding slapped all over it. Yeah, it's not Marathon. It's not Marathon 2. It's not Marathon Durandal. It's not any of those. It's not a Marathon remake. It's a reboot of the entire franchise, basically. Yeah, I have faith in Bungie to make something good, though. As, you know, my favorite series of all time, Halo, obviously, was made by Bungie. And they did a great job with the first, like, 5 games, maybe 6, if we're counting Reach and wait, Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach. I feel like I'm missing one, but yeah. That's it, really. I do have there's an article here. I don't know if there's anything that will be said. All I can find is PvP extraction shooter, which is obviously, you know, players drop down to a map. It's a PvP experience. You engage one another. You're called a runner, which sounds like something out of Maze Runner. And yeah, extraction shooter, you know, as you'd expect. So you drop down or whatever, or you appear on this map as a runner. Your objective is obviously going to be kill other runners, extract their loot, and escape the map or be the last one surviving by the time ends. There's a ton of extraction shooters popping up. We have Tarkov, I'm sure there's another popular one. Hyenas that I recently helped alpha test is also an extraction shooter. There's another game that I helped test called Steel Hunters, which is like Transformers meets extraction shooter. I'm sure there's another one in there somewhere that I've played earlier this year. It's just, in the next like 2 to 3 years, extraction shooter is very much going to be what Battle Royale has been for the past 3 or 4 years. So this is the new thing. You're going to see a bunch of these pop up. Some will make it, and you'll have that 3 or 4, maybe 5 that are really popular. And then you'll have your other 25 that only have a couple hundred players and then die. And that's the theme with all the Battle Royales right now as well. So, yeah. They haven't stated if it's going to be live service, but I'm 99% sure it will be, because that's, again, the way the shooter industry especially is going. Publisher also heavily suggesting that, because the facts and the stats show that a live service game makes more money over time, as opposed to the traditional method of selling a game for $50 and then giving free updates later on. Whereas the average lifetime value of a user on a free-to-play game is $80. What I mean by this is average lifetime value is how much money will that player spend between the game being launched and the game ending, the servers being shut down, or that player never playing again, is $80 per user. So it's just, you know, and then you get like celebrities and things that'll just buy all the skins for thousands of dollars. People who game like Post Malone, who just has like every single Fortnite and Apex skin and whatever known to man. It's just, yeah. Companies can make way much more money doing live service. So that's probably what it's going to be. And that's all there is on it. Yeah. So that's it. There's a couple of job listings. Yeah. It's oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, Bungie have a job listing for there's a multiple listings to work on a large scale, high visibility live service game. So here you go. You know, put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, that's it. That's my game developer's take on this. You know, there's not much to go off right now. And we just wait and see what happens. Hopefully this clears up some confusion for those who think it's an actual faithful remake, and a bit of insight into the industry as well. You know, from someone who's had meetings with 3 different publishers now, this is pretty much what they all encourage. So I'm guessing they were kind of pushed into this. Yeah. All right. There was another cool game which I might do a reaction to, called, is it Hell Divers or something? It looks like somebody took Halo 3 ODST and turned it into a PvE round-based shoot, basically firefight from ODST. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. There's lots of games popping up that have Halo related in some way or another. Yeah, all right. That's going to be it. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment below your thoughts on this, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.